Ever wondered how Christmas, a holiday celebrated worldwide, originated? Well, let's delve into the fascinating story of its beginning. Many of our Christmas traditions can be traced back to winter solstice celebrations. The winter solstice, the shortest day of the year, was a significant time for many ancient cultures. They saw it as the rebirth of the sun, a sign of the impending spring, a time of renewal and hope. Festivities were held to ward off the darkness and invite light back into the world. Now let's fast forward to the early Christian era. Interestingly, the early Christians did not celebrate the birth of Jesus. Instead, they focused on his baptism, his resurrection, and other aspects of his life and teachings. The concept of celebrating the birth of Jesus only began to gain traction around the 3rd century. But why December 25th? Well, there's a bit of a debate about that. Some say that the date was chosen to overlap with the Roman festival of Saturnalia, which celebrated the god of agriculture Saturn. Others argue that it was to coincide with the winter solstice celebrations. Another theory suggests that the date was calculated based on the belief that prophets died on the same day they were conceived. Early Christians believed Jesus was conceived and died on March 25th. Add 9 months to that, and you get December 25th. Regardless of the exact reason, by the 4th century, December 25th had been widely accepted as the day to celebrate the birth of Jesus. Thus, the Christian celebration of Christmas was born. But the story doesn't end there. The Christmas we know today is a rich tapestry woven from centuries of traditions and beliefs, a blend of the old and the new. From winter solstice celebrations to the birth of Jesus, each thread adds color and depth to this beloved holiday. So, Christmas originated from a blend of winter solstice celebrations and Christian beliefs, but how did it evolve into the holiday we know today? Christmas has taken many forms throughout history, influenced by different cultures and eras. Let's embark on a journey through time, tracing the evolution of this beloved holiday. In the Middle Ages, Christmas was a raucous, festive time, far removed from the serene holiday we know today. With the winter solstice as its backdrop, it was a season of merriment, feasting, and boisterous entertainment. The holiday often resembled a wild carnival, rather than a quiet religious observance. Fast forward to the 17th century during the era of the Puritans in England and later in America. Christmas underwent a drastic transformation. The Puritans viewed Christmas as a time of sober reflection and religious devotion. They stripped away the excesses of the holiday, focusing instead on prayer and religious readings. In fact, in their desire to distance themselves from what they saw as the holiday's pagan roots, the Puritans even banned Christmas celebrations in certain regions for a time. Yet despite the Puritans' best efforts, the spirit of Christmas proved irrepressible. The holiday survived these bans, emerging on the other side with its joy and merriment intact, albeit in a more subdued form. As we move into the 18th and 19th centuries, we see the re-emergence of festive Christmas celebrations. However, these celebrations were now more family-oriented, a trend that continues to this day. The focus shifted from public revelry to intimate family gatherings, with an emphasis on gift-giving and charity. And so, Christmas continued to evolve, reflecting the changing times and societal values. Each era left its mark, shaping the holiday into its current form. Yet one thing remained constant. Christmas continued to be a time of joy, love, and togetherness, a beacon of light in the midst of winter's darkness. Despite the many changes and controversies, Christmas persevered and continued to evolve. As we shall see in the next segment, the birth of modern Christmas was just around the corner, ready to usher in a new era of Christmas celebrations. The Christmas traditions we know and love today owe much to the Victorian era. In the mid-19th century, a young Queen Victoria and her German husband Prince Albert popularized a tradition from Albert's homeland, the Christmas tree. This evergreen, adorned with candles, sweets, and handmade ornaments, soon became a centerpiece of the British holiday season. This tradition quickly spread across the Atlantic to America, where it merged with local customs and evolved into the brightly lit and festively decorated trees we see today. But the Victorian influence on Christmas didn't stop at trees. The era also saw the birth of the Christmas card. Sir Henry Cole, a civil servant and founder of the Victoria and Albert Museum, came up with the idea of Christmas cards in 1843. He wanted a way to respond to the numerous holiday greetings he received, and thus, the first commercial Christmas card was born. It depicted a family celebrating the holiday, with a message of goodwill towards men. This practice of sending cards to loved ones near and far has since become a cherished tradition. The Victorian era also transformed gift-giving from a New Year's tradition to a Christmas one. Children began hanging stockings by the fireplace, eagerly awaiting gifts from Father Christmas. Gift-giving became a way to express love and appreciation to family and friends, fostering a sense of warmth and closeness. Perhaps one of the most influential contributions to the spirit of Christmas came from the pen of Charles Dickens. His novella, A Christmas Carol, published in 1843, emphasized the importance of charity and goodwill during the holiday season. This tale of redemption and kindness resonated deeply with the public, shaping and reinforcing the Christmas ethos of giving and celebrating with loved ones. These Victorian traditions, from the Christmas tree and cards to gift-giving and the spirit of charity, have survived and evolved over the years, shaping our modern Christmas. They have been adopted and adapted around the world, each culture adding its unique touch, yet the essence remains the same. The Victorian era firmly established Christmas as a time for family, charity, and celebration. The 20th century saw Christmas become more commercialized, but it also saw it become a truly global holiday. The rise of Santa Claus as a central figure is one of the most significant developments in the 20th century Christmas narrative. Originating from St. Nicholas, a 4th century Greek bishop known for his generosity, the modern image of Santa Claus was popularized through advertisements, movies, and songs. This jolly bearded man in a red suit has since become a symbol of holiday cheer and the spirit of giving, making his way down chimneys and into the hearts of children worldwide. As the 20th century progressed, Christmas took on a more commercial nature. The holiday season became a major sales period for retailers, with businesses capitalizing on the gift-giving tradition. Advertisements and store displays started showcasing an array of potential Christmas presents, from toys to electronics. Even the Christmas tree, once a simple symbol of life in the heart of winter, was transformed into a canvas for decorations, each more elaborate than the last. Yet, despite its commercialization, the essence of Christmas as a time for family, love, and generosity remained strong. The holiday continued to spread around the world, embraced by cultures far and wide. From the snow-clad landscapes of Canada to the sunny beaches of Australia, from the bustling cities of the United States to the quiet hamlets of India, Christmas found a home. In each of these places, Christmas has been adapted to suit local customs and traditions. In Japan, for instance, a unique tradition of eating fried chicken on Christmas Eve emerged, thanks to a successful marketing campaign in the 70s. In the Philippines, the holiday season begins as early as September and is marked by colorful lanterns and night-long festivities. The Christmas we know today is a product of centuries of evolution and adaptation. It's a holiday that has transcended its religious origins to become a global celebration of love, joy, and human connection. Today, Christmas is a global holiday celebrated in countless ways across the globe. From its humble beginnings to its global status today, the history of Christmas is as rich and varied as the holiday itself. We've traveled a long way in this journey, tracing the origins of Christmas from its early roots. Born out of midwinter pagan celebrations, Christmas was initially a festival that aligned with the winter solstice. It was a time to celebrate the eventual return of the sun and the promise of new life that spring would bring. As we moved through the ages, we saw how Christmas evolved and adapted to changing societies. The Romans gave us the date of December 25th, initially celebrating the sun god, Saturn. It was only in the 4th century that the Church co-opted this date, aligning it with the birth of Jesus Christ and transforming it into a Christian celebration. The Middle Ages brought feasting and merriment, with Christmas becoming a time for communities to come together. Yet, it was the Victorian era that truly shaped the Christmas we know today. This period saw the birth of many of our modern traditions, from Christmas cards to the decorated Christmas tree. In the 20th century, Christmas continued to evolve and adapt, reflecting the changing times. It became commercialized, with the rise of Santa Claus and gift-giving. Yet, amidst the glitz and glamour, the spirit of togetherness, goodwill, and peace remained. Today, Christmas stands as a global holiday, celebrated by millions around the world, regardless of religious affiliation. It's a time for family, for giving, for sharing in the joy and warmth of the season. The traditions may vary, but the essence remains the same: love, peace, and goodwill to all. This journey through the history of Christmas has shown us that it's more than just a date on the calendar. It's a testament to the enduring power of tradition, the resilience of cultures, and the universal desire for peace and goodwill. So, next time you're opening presents or decorating a Christmas tree, Remember the centuries of tradition and history that have shaped this beloved holiday.